talking about making this film for a long time.
So here we are in the Styx Valley in my office in Canberra. It's been another long day and I think we've got a powerful little story on our hands now.
It's a new experience for me to be telling my own story. It was really strange to go back to my old house and explain to my producers and cameramen what had happened there and to relive those experiences again. But it was a really healing experience to do that because the person that I was back then was really disempowered and the person I am now is much more empowered.
These are some of the world's oldest forests. Environmentalists and loggers have battled over them for more than 30 years. I was robbed of years of my life in this struggle when a giant logging company, Gunns Ltd, sued me and 19 others. This billion-dollar corporation was determined to shut down free speech. As a filmmaker, the only weapon I had to fight back with was my video camera.
Hello, really looking forward for the film being finished because it'll be, the end of a chapter of a really huge part of my life, over 10 years of making this film. It's not just a Tasmanian story, it's a universal story. To reflect back on her, that Heidi, and to see how far I've come and that I've survived and that now I can tell this story is really quite profound. I got picked up off the plane and taken straight to the bush when I first arrived in Tasmania, and I remember the drive over from Hobart down to Huonville and seeing these massive trees coming up through the mist, and it was just like the storybooks that I'd read about Tasmania growing up. I instantly fell in love with Tasmania. I had this sense that there was something special in Tasmania because people had fought for it. At the time, the forest campaign wasn't a national issue. I mean, you have to remember it was sort of almost pre-internet. It was pre-Google. I was coming with my camera to find out what was it about this enchanted island? What was it that people were fighting for? The scale of the forest, these giant, huge trees and beautiful, massive ferns. You walk below them and you feel like a child again. Like the only way to really get a sense of the scale of the forest and the size of the trees was to shoot it from above. The drone technology is a new technology. I'd never used it before, but I was really excited about it. It's basically like a little helicopter, but with lots and lots of spinning razor-sharp blades and a little camera sitting inside. Instead of just being able to be above the forest like you are in a chopper, you can actually get in the forest and fly through the forest like a bird and go up the tree. The forest is a beautiful and emotional place. Beauty or destruction has its own emotional resonance. So, we didn't use the drone footage just as wallpaper throughout. We really thought about how we're going to use this to further the story.